was a good video to do voiceover on with Josey because it was a little bit of a different concept than what I've been working on with her so far. Josey and Chica are going to be intended to work together when they go home, and both of them they work very, very similar because they're sisters. Neither one of them has much eye. They don't like to look directly at the stock. They like to move stock with their movement. They like to be really close to the stock when they do move them. And Josey has a little bit more bite and a little bit more push. I don't see much bite at all in Chica. So I was hoping Josey would kind of like take the lead and basically be the team captain and let Chica kind of help her keep things together. And I just have not seen a lot of that yet in Josey, so I was hoping to pull some of that out by doing some driving. I do think both dogs are going to be more the drivey kind of push type cattle dog that most people are used to seeing. So here I'm just kind of got her on lead. I'm just going to kind of try to hold my sheep here in a corner and then kind of get her a little bit revved up, excited to kind of watch them and kind of hold them in that corner. And then once she's feeling under control of the sheep are calm, then I can send her into the corner to get them out. And as you can see, she kind of, she does, both of them, Josey and Chica, are a little bit concerned about tight corners. They don't like going in there and trying to pull the stock out. So we're just going to work on that a little bit, just kind of ask her to go into the corner and then guide her if she needs the help. So I want her out in front of me, and I want her to maintain the path of the stock, keep them together. And I'm really kind of encouraging her to look at them. So see how she's not really watching them, so I'm just going to step in there to her shoulder, kind of walk up close to the sheep, touch them, get her excited about watching them. Watch them up, watch them up. And then once she's in control, they will move off of her. When she turns her pressure off and she gets down low to the ground and she looks away from the sheep, that's when they don't believe her. They don't think they're going to actually be forced to do anything, and so they relax and they don't move. So right here, just as she needs to look right into the eyes of that one that's staring at her and say, hey, you, look away from me. So I'm just going to kind of draw her attention on there, walk myself forward, and help her. So she's got another white one here that's kind of looking at her. So you can see these two, they don't really believe her that she's going to make them do anything just yet. And so I want her to learn to read that and tone up, basically get excited and get in control of the livestock. And this is going to help hopefully with cattle as well. The cattle have to sense that the dog is going to make them move, and so she's got to own that. Same thing, just move them to a corner and then kind of get Josey to get in there and push them in. Yeah, that's pretty good. So she can push, she can bite a little bit. I do kind of want her learning to watch the sheep and really just maintain that control. So again, send her into the corner because she's uncomfortable with that. So it's always working on something that's fun, light, enjoyable, where they can make some progress, and then you do something that's hard for the dog. So right here, look at that. That was really nice. So see how she walked in and turned it away from her? That was incredible. That was great. So that's kind of what I was trying to get out of her here. So you can see little pieces of it coming through, and we just have to keep working on that, trying to bring that out more and more for her. And hopefully once she realizes she can have control of these livestock, she'll step up to the plate for us on cattle as well. Sheep are a lot easier to do this with because number one, they're not as intimidating. Number two, they usually want to be with their group, whereas a cow often wants to split off or doesn't have a problem splitting off if the dog makes it happen. And then sheep kind of move like a flock of birds, so it's easy to direct the dog left or right to kind of cover and keep them together. So again, we're just going to walk them in a straight line towards the fence. I want her ahead of me. I want her paying attention. When she notices one breaks off, I want her to cover just like that. And if she doesn't, I'm going to direct her. My dog in the barn, he likes doing this job, so he's over there being pretty vocal. That's what I was getting onto him. So there, just see how she's a little bit hesitant. She sees them, they're in the corner. She's like, I'm not so sure about this. She looks back at me. She needs to be on the heads of that one to get it turned back. There she goes. So if she's not going to do it, I can do it for her. It doesn't always get the point across, but at least your sheep don't get away. So I'm calling her in. I'm just going to go ahead and let her bite on the nose of that one. And you see she went towards the heel. She's definitely a heeler. She likes that heel bite, wants to push from the back. So we can't, that's a good thing, but we can't always have that. I want to encourage her to control the heads. So right there, she gets a little piece of one. Good job, and then just stand there. So she doesn't need to punish them repeatedly. Just get in and get a bite. Just kind of encourage her to get in those tight spaces. Get more comfortable with that.
Good.
That was better. But you see, I'm still having to encourage her quite a bit to get into those tight corners. So I'm doing this on purpose. I'm packing the sheep into the corner because that's the fun part. That's the part where she gets to kind of go back and forth. She gets to feel the control. And then I'm sending her into the corner to scoop them out and be nice about it.